What's happening, y'all? Get my microphones clipped on in a good spot here, so hopefully I'm not banging this thing the whole time. I'm gonna have to get one of those things that like is a lanyard or something. Maybe I rig one up with paracord or something. We'll see. You know how this schizo mind works. You can almost see what I'm thinking. I'm so bald. Isn't it cool? Get some people in here. Get this thing rolling. I know the Silly Sallies, the Tactical Tater Tots are all going to be joining here in just a little bit. So while they're doing that, I'm going to have a surprise. For anyone watching this in the replay, I am Batman. Gotta have some fun, right? Can't take life too seriously. Enjoy ourselves a little bit in life. I love Batman. I've always been a huge Batman. What's up, Demo Man? Welcome. Figured to have some fun today. Can't be too uptight and, get your cheeks all clenched and, get your butt cheeks tight. Break out the pucker powder, help them release a little bit. Have some fun. Have some fun. I don't know if y'all have Aldi's where you live, but this stuff is amazing. I'm not a big Red Bull fan, but I like this crap. Same kind of thing, but yeah, I know all about working too much, man. If I'm not working at work, I'm working at here and or working at my parents' old place or working with different groups around our area with, the Minuteman type stuff and survival and all that kind of thing. Or working with my business, obviously, TinMan T&A. My daughters drink Celsius. They like that stuff. I tried it once. I was like, oh, this is all right, but that stuff's far cheaper. It's like $3 for three something for like the little pack of them. They're pretty legit. They have like a watermelon one that I was like, elusive. Welcome, dude. Kyle. Okay, the powdered ones. I have some of those kind of powdered ones. Obviously liquid IV ones, but I have I think there's like Propel ones. Just having some fun, elusive. I love Batman. It always sits back here on my thing, so I figured I'd throw it on, and just have some fun. Like my version of the risky Krisky mask. I am gonna like get one of these and camo it up and stuff like that. It's gonna be pretty cool. So when I can get outside and doing videos and the weather isn't absolute crap, I'll have a camo Batman mask on. Here, that'd be kind of neat. Haven't seen anybody else do that, so that could be something I do. But yeah, those powders, the I think they're Propel. My wife has some of those. She uses. Gave me a few of them. I have some of those like blackberry lemonades and all that kind of stuff. I like them okay. I like the Mio squirt ins, the orange vanillas. They're awesome. I've talked about it on here before. Yeah, dude, totally. Like, I mean, Krisky has the mask and all, and I'm going with bats. Find something you like that there's a mask for it and go for it, dude. Go for it. I give you 2 thumbs up on that. It's kind of funny. But yeah, those powders and stuff. I like the Mio squeeze, the orange vanilla. Those are pretty tasty. But one of the ones that I absolutely love. This is my Batman serious face saying I love it. Let me show you. It is Canteen by Redcon One. This is the I think it's like an orange. Yeah, it's orange crush. It tastes like orange crush soda. Awesome for hydration. I love this stuff. I take a Ziploc bag or like a pill bottle or something, and I put a bunch of this in it, throw it in my pack. Usually I have like a admin pouch or something up front on one of my packs, that I can take. We're talking about like water additives and energy drinks and stuff like that. Um, I throw some of that in a pill bottle or something like that, and I take this and have an admin pouch. So that way, whenever I'm like, I want something different, I have a bottle that I mix my different stuff in rather than just water. So that way, I'm not, you know, contaminating the supply. Little, I have a little slide thing up here to cover up my camera. No, actually, ACR, I started about 5 minutes late, but oh, good. Thanks for coming. Thanks for coming. But yeah, just we're just talking about water additives and energy drinks and hydration and all the cool stuff. And I love this stuff. Redcon one, Canteen, Orange Crush, awesome. They have like a blueberry one that's really good too. I really like it. There's like a crap ton of different flavors of them, but the Canteen is amazing. If you are using that when you're out trekking, make sure you have a different bottle that you drink that kind of stuff out of versus just your wobber dobble, your bottle, bobblehead. Yeah, I was going on noon my time, so an hour behind. So it'd probably be 11 out your way. Now, I will say with the water tabs and stuff like that, you always get like that funky kind of taste to them. Lawfully armed, welcome, sir. Some of those water tabs and stuff like that, the purification tablets, they end up giving like a funky taste. Some of them don't. Um, Obviously, if you're filtering water, boiling water, whatever, your filtered water and stuff like that, it's not going to have a nasty, nasty taste. But having the drink additives really helps me out a lot because of my previous life having to drink out of the water buffaloes and stuff. It's literally, if you drank out of a water buffalo, you could probably survive the apocalypse. So no, they really don't last very long. You got to keep them like perfect. Me scratching my cowl like I'm actually scratching my head. That's my domesticated moron coming out, guys. But yeah, I got a couple things I was gonna throw on here and cover. Going to be bringing up on the podcast, which will be out tomorrow morning at 7 a.m. on Spotify. So I wanted to cover some of that kind of stuff. But we're talking about the water stuff. Since we're here, might as well talk about it. One thing I always do in my packs is I have a regular hydration bladder that I have filter and drink through it, whatever. But I also have a secondary pack there, little, even if it's a 2 liter and I normally carry a 3 liter, I'll have another hydration bladder in there that I use for a dirty water carry. So if I dip it, pre-filter it, obviously throw a bandana or something over it and fill it up in a pond or whatever. Howdy neighbor. But fill it up, pre-filter it, close it off. I can throw it back in the pack and I can carry it with me till I can filter it later. So I have a gallon bag that I carry in my 75 liter along with a uh, another 2 liter, but I have a 3 liter hooked up that I can drink off of that has a filter in it. If you can find a hydration set that has the quick disconnect on the front, you can get the filter setups that you can basically have a funnel to pour in and send into your bladder from that quick connect. I have that on my assault pack and I love it. Um, Use the living daylights out of that thing. I don't think our boy Twin's going to be joining us here today. He's out doing some training and such. Um, got his helmet all taken care of there. Love the video on that. But yeah, he's going to be out doing some fun drip drops for electrolytes. Yep, dude, those little additives, I classify them as like lickies and chewies. I keep them in there for that kind of stuff. If I go to my ruck right now, you're going to see like a whole big handful of them. Love using those. Yeah, you were talking to me about that grail. I am looking at a grail. That'd be whenever I switch things out and when I do get a grill, that's going to be like my, I got water. I will not put this kind of stuff in there. Um, Hence why I have an Nalgene for that. But I think that's going to replace that grill would replace the Nalgene I currently use for that stuff for water with the grail. And then I'll have an extra Nalgene that I can use for whatever in any of the other packs or kits I'm building up. Yeah, dude, those drip drops are amazing. I have a crap ton of liquid IV and stuff here. I use Sawyer filters. I use Nova filters. I use a bunch of different types of filters. I've used Katadines. I've name one. I've used them. Um, I like the Sawyers. The only thing you got to really watch with the filters like that, especially the ones that you can put in line, is whenever you're done using it, you're out doing whatever, back flush them and then clean them out good like that, because that's very important because otherwise they start getting clogged up. Um, Gotta move my cow to scratch my freaking head. Stupid. I keep trying to scratch my cow. What the? But yes, make sure you're back flushing that stuff after you've had it out and used it. Take it out, flush the water. They have those syringes that come with them in the little tubes. Put that on backwards and flush it back out the other way. So that way you keep everything clean. Because otherwise they get gunked up and skanked up, and you don't want to go sucking pond scum down your gullet. Yeah, I know that with the grill. I'm just gonna keep it purely water. I don't want to put any of the stuff in it. I just want to keep it pure. Water only. I like doing the water only bottle and the additives bottle. That way I'm not like I'll drink all my water, but whenever I need that like lawfully said, that morale boost, then I go to my tasty stuff. You guys hear me okay? Everything good? I got a fan running back here, and if it was too loud, I was gonna remove it. Hoo-ah. All right. Well, I'm gonna it's really me. But on my podcast this coming week, actually comes out tomorrow, 7 a.m. Eastern time. So 6 a.m. your time, ACR. Um, it's going to be about training at home, doing the things to help you get better so you don't have to waste time at the range or waste time whenever you're out doing the field training exercises, right? Um, it's yeah, that humidity kind of sucks, man. Um, filter my sweaty clothes if you want. I'd rather not. I'd rather not. Taint juice, I can tell you that. Dumb coasty. You guys filter freaking salt water that whales excrement in. But anyway, back to the what I was saying. The training. Um Stuff you can do at home to train so you're not having to do it whenever you go out to the range, right? So obviously we know people say dry fire, people say laser training. You can get like the Blackbeard mantis and different ones like that to throw the special laser module in your pistol or rifle or whatever. Then you have like the little sensor thing that you set up and do the things with or whatever. Cool. Those are great tools. They can be a bit pricey depending on which ones you go with, but they are great tools. I do recommend them. I do definitely recommend them. Now, something I've done for decades, and I teach this in my classes, is got the blue painter's tape, right? I just grabbed one I had from doing a project, but you can use smaller one, thinner, wider, whatever, right? Use this stuff. You can put it up on your wall, put it up, measure yourself a 4-inch square or 3-inch square. I go with 3-inch because I'm not new to it. 3-inch square, about, chest height on your wall. You can do it in your garage, basement, wherever. Okay. Wherever you can, wherever your wife will let you. She can even jump in and start doing it too. Put these up and put your little square, just a 3-inch, 4-inch square, about chest height. Set that up on the wall. Mine, I have here in the cave, off to my right, as you're looking at this, see that way. I have a 3-inch square. I use electrical tape. Can use electrical tape too. At the time, my Pilgrim, welcome, sir. At the time, my painter's tape was upstairs. The wife was using it. I grabbed the electrical tape because I have like 40 freaking rolls down here. And I'm an electrician, so I have this stuff all the time. I think I was born with this. Anyway, got my square up over there. I practice my draws. I'm obviously not going to have anything on the live, but I have pistol, I draw, present, go, do my draws, practice my draws and my grips. But I use that 3-inch square or 4-inch square as my point of drive, driving that muzzle to that 3-inch square. It's a place for me to focus to drive that 3-inch square. Now, I can take that 3-inch square, and whenever I'm drawing and I'm hitting it, I'm hitting that mark. Cool. I can add 2 more 3-inch squares on either side of it, a couple feet apart. And then, okay, well, I may not have to draw straight and go. I may have to go off to the side. I may have to go off to this side. So it gives you that training to draw and go right. Demo man, right on. Sparkies unite. Sparkies unite. But it gives you that left and right that you may have to, work on the different azimuth than straight ahead. Flat range training, a lot of times, if you're in an indoor range, it's a lane. If you go to a regular shooting range, it's a lane. This gives you the left and right because you may have a dude coming this way. You may not be able to turn your body, present a bigger target. No, boom. That way you got that going to where it needs to go to handle business. Now, the same type of training that you would do with your pistol, you can also do with your rifle and go from low port, go from high port, work it either way to go to that first target. Okay. I'm going to go on and I go into the whole thing with drilling that down. Okay. You have 3-inch target, which at distance that'd be effective. Here, I got about, 15, 20 feet maybe from where I stand at my line back here over to that wall. It's about 20 feet. But when I get a little bit further at a range, I'm maybe able to go further than that. I get into that in the podcast. Also going from a 3-inch square or 4-inch square down to a 1-inch square. Aim small, miss small, right? Go out and you're onto that tiny little point, 3 different spots. From the 3-inch, I move to 1-inch. The 1-inch, I move up, up to about head height, like right in this area. I just move the height to myself. Okay. So you're going up there and you're going to that 1-inch square whenever you're drawing. Rather than 3-inch, you're going to 1-inch. Aim small, miss smaller, right? So when you've gotten comfortable with that, now the thing I stress in the podcast, and I'm going to say here too, is slow and smooth. Slow and smooth. Hold yourself accountable. Keep the speed down. You don't need to be freaking skinny jeans going around the house. Look like you're having a freaking stroke or something, right? Now, slow and smooth. Practice the 3-inch. You get good, set up the 1-inches in the 3 spots. 2, 3. Okay, maybe this time I go here. Maybe this time go here. Make it random. You know who I'm talking about, lawfully. No, not really a fan. Not really a fan. But anyway, once you get those 3 locations and you're comfortable with that, add 2 more. 1 more to the right and 1 more to the left. That way you got over here, you got over there. Same with the rifle. Contact left, contact right. Twins out doing some fuck, you're wicked smooth with skinny jeans. You're not. You're not. But what I tangent here, tangent rant. I've watched a lot of his videos, right? And when he's going out and he's doing this, running through as fast as he can, can't catch him. He's the skinny jeans man. He he's always like smashing on the targets, but then he goes up with that little brown sticker thing. Oh, we'll throw that away, throw that away, throw that away. He's only got like 2 good hits out of like 10. Oh, these 2 are good. These are Asian. These are good. I'll throw that away, throw that away. Till it's all said and done, out of 10 rounds, he only had 2 that were effective. Really, dude? What are you even doing? If you're just running around and just throwing lead, I mean accuracy through volume of fire, I guess, but whatever. Anyway, yeah, run fast as you can. Can't catch me. I'm the skinny jeans man. But setting up those 2 other targets, it gives you a wider range to use as first point target. Now, Twins out today doing some reactive contact drills. Awesome. Awesome. I cover that kind of stuff in the podcast, this next episode 49 as well. The thing about going and doing that training is if you're reacting to contact, okay, somebody sees the contact, they're saying contact left 50 meters, they're calling out where it's at, 50 meters, blah, 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 25, whatever, contact left 50, contact right 25, whatever. More data they can throw out there in the beginning, the better. Well, it's left. Is it all the way over here left? Is it all the way over there left? Is it just right here? Is it, you don't know. It's anywhere from center to 180. There's my right. There's my left. It could be anywhere along there. So having some kind of mark to the left or right, contact right 50 meters, blue Chevy. Hey, there's a blue Chevy right over here at like my 2 o'clock. I got him. Bup, bup, bup. It makes it better for those reacting to that contact to know where they're going, where they're focused and fire. So I go into a little bit of that kind of stuff, but with the hello, Krista, welcome. When you're reacting to that contact, this first, that's where this comes in, is making that first initial contact to whatever threat you're facing. You have to be able to put it on them with efficiency. That's what that drill helps you with. Contact skinny jeans, Magnum. Yeah, that's pretty much about it. Pretty much about it. So it doesn't matter if it's left or right, just hurry up, reload and go. And Modern Frontiersman had a great video, and it's like I joked around and I said we have a hive mind because I had already written the podcast and I already said literally what he said in that video in the podcast. Already had it in the show notes and everything was ready to roll. It's like great minds and all, dude. But that initial contact, you got to be able to. So that's what that drill helps you with. So you practice that stuff with your dry fire laser training. Then when you go out to the range and actually do it, you have less rounds you have to waste on practicing getting that up and getting that first shot reaction. Hive mind, dude, for sure, for sure. But doing those reaction drills from draw. Now, I go into the podcast and talk about going from your EDC, whether it's appendix, forward, whatever, go over holsters, all that kind of stuff. But practicing your EDC training like that, but also putting on your combat setup and practicing that with your rifles and so on and so forth. Anything that you would be using in that type of situation where you would have to deploy said tool for defensive measures, that drill will work for practicing rifle, EDC, concealed carry, as well as combat pistol. So something to practice. Um, Literally electrical tape on the wall 20 feet away, and you can run that drill. Going slow and smooth through all of it. So that way you can drill down and get your mechanics right. Make sure you're getting your grip good. Because I'm here to tell you, when under duress, your grip, when you go to, I mean, some of you guys have been military and stuff, or security, police, stuff like that. Whenever you have to go to that thing and you're got that adrenaline going, you're not going to have that perfect grip. You're not going to be in the perfect stance. You're not going to be Mr. Flat Range, skinny jeans. No, you're not going to be able to do that. You're going to have a wonky grip or something. It's gonna be skewed. So drilling it more and more and more in dry fire and laser training is going to help you exponentially whenever it comes time for you to actually go to the range and do that stuff. Also covering react to contact. Okay, well, you have to do something. Modern Frontiersman was talking about reloading. Well, react to contact, my first instinct, what I was taught and what I've done for decades, is as soon as you're reacting contact, if you don't have cover, as you're going and you're paying attention to things, you're going to see, okay, there is a massive freaking boulder over here that I can react to contact. I can get behind that boulder. Or if it's that way, I can get behind it this way or whatever. Cool. I know that's there. Well, I can look up the trail a ways. I can look up the direction we're going and I can see different points. That's stuff that I'm making mental notes about as I'm trucking along. So if I have to react to contact, I can brake and go for that. If you don't have that, get it low, hit the dirt, you know, make your presence smaller than what you don't want to give them a big target. Anytime that you can make a smaller target, don't stand still and static, move. Present a smaller target and move. Much like martial arts, when you're using hand to hand to defend, you want to give them a smaller target, so you kind of turn your body a little bit whenever you're doing the things right. Some boxers, they square up like this. Well, I never did. I kind of turn. Yeah, I'm right-handed, but I fight southpaw. I fight regular orthodox, but I also fight goofy. It's kung fu. What can I say? Um, Catch up here. Yeah, even whenever I'm wearing the armor, yeah, I'd be square, but I'd be breaking for cover first. That's only there if I get like, oh crap. I use armor for the oh crap when I might be a bullet magnet. Otherwise, I'm chest rigging and doing that thing. If I'm suspecting something when I'm wearing armor, I will throw in my side plates and stuff. Um, I don't always like to rock side plates. It's just me. I have them. I don't always use them. I stick stuff in there, some extra snacks and stuff. Because if I do take contact on that side and I do get hit, my granola bars are gonna they're gonna take the hit. So I don't. Especially some of those. I mean, some of those are really freaking hard. Terrible. They taste good, great flavor, but they're really, really, really hard. But yes, cover first. Anytime you're go to that cover. Modern Frontiersman and I both talked about reloading at that point. If I have to be up and doing things and I don't have the cover, I'm getting down. I need to reload. So you don't necessarily have to be super Mr. Skinny Jeans, dirty civilian GT, high speed, real quick load, blah, 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 blah. Movie magic. Just put it out there. Movie magic. I've seen that stuff behind the scenes and it's not nearly as fast as what people think. Um, what ACR said there, I am going to see if I can pin that comment up because that is 1,000,000,000% correct. Practicing your distance. Everyone, he says, everyone does everything 7 to 25 yards. Practice further than that. Create distance and be more effective at further ranges. That's something that I was taught early on with my sidearm. I had a bolt gun, so I relied heavily on the Beretta. But I don't like the Beretta. I'm a Glock guy. But I practiced at distance 50 to 75, 50 to 100, 75 to 100, depending on the range that I was afforded. And it made me so much better. This 3-inch square, 1-inch square thing, that is going to help you when you go out to the range and you're practicing in that 725. That 3-inch square, when you're running two lamb, running tactics, it's something that I was taught that he teaches. You pick that up and you work that 3-inch square with your pistol and you start chewing out that center of it. That's when it's time to start looking at that 1-inch square when you're actually physically shooting and training, not for your laser, not for your dry fire, physically on the range. When you're chewing out that 3-inch square, add that 1-inch square and then start ripping that. When that 1-inch square gets the point you're chewing that out, move your distance back. Go back to the 3-inch. Drill it down at the next distance to the 1-inch square, and then go to the 1-inch square and chew it out. Keep going till you're comfortable till it's like 3 inch. You're kind of like still keeping it within 3-inch, but you can't like chew it out like you were. That's when you know, okay, 3 inch is like my max at this point. So stretching out the distance, go up to the 3-inch, stretch it out a little bit, down to the 1-inch there, move it back, go back to the 3-inch, and so on and so on. The same thing, this same 3-inch, 1-inch method, you can use with your carbine, rifle, whatever, even your bolt guns at distance. Um, I can help you with that whenever we do our thing, AZR. Um, it got to the point with my sidearm, especially if I have a Glock. I can punch out at 100. I can be hitting 6-inch steel at 100 with my Glock with my 19X. It drives the other guys in my boy band absolutely insane. They can't do it, but I can. I'm like, do or do not. There is no try. Just do it. Same rules from the carbine apply to the pistol, except it's a smaller package. Work with it. Work that 3-inch to 1, 3 to 1. Move the distance 3 to 1. Move the distance 3 to 1. You'll get there. You'll get there. Doing the home reps is what helps me with the range reps. The more time I spent doing that stuff here, the less rounds I have to spend when I'm out there doing those things. So, now another thing that I've seen guys do, and my nephew has a few of his buddies. I've talked about him before, Raven. You may end up seeing him on some of my stuff. He's